A vast, silent expanse of snow-covered forest stretches under a pale, cold sky, hinting at untold secrets hidden beneath. The wind howls softly, a mournful whisper carrying delicate snowflakes that dance and swirl in the frigid air. Everything is coated in a pristine white blanket, a breathtaking testament to nature's icy embrace. The profound silence of the forest is broken only by the gentle, haunting creak of snow-laden branches. Each snowflake, a tiny dancer, twirls through the air, adding to the ethereal beauty of the frozen landscape. The majestic trees stand sentinel, their boughs heavy with snow, guardians of this silent, shimmering world. In a vast, snow-covered forest, a tiny figure, Luminous, struggles against the biting cold, her every breath a visible puff. The deep snow engulfs her small paws with each desperate step, slowing her arduous journey. Exhaustion etches itself onto Luminous's tiny frame, her movements faltering. Her eyes, wide with raw fear, dart around the silent, menacing expanse of white. A profound desperation clings to Luminous, a fragile spark in the overwhelming desolation. The biting wind whips around the tiny kitten, a cruel reminder of her vulnerability in the wilderness. The biting wind whips through a snow-laden forest, each gust a cruel caress against the frozen trees. Luminous, a tiny figure, shivers uncontrollably, her breath pluming in the frigid air like a desperate ghost. Her small form is swallowed by the vast white expanse, a stark portrait of vulnerability. A fragile whimper escapes her lips, a sound almost lost amidst the wind's mournful howl. Her voice, barely a whisper, echoes a heart-wrenching plea. "Mother, where are you?" In the desolate, snowy forest, a mournful wolf's howl pierces the chilling air, sending shivers down Luminous's spine. The haunting sound, a harbinger of dread, echoes through the silent trees, amplifying Luminous's terror. With renewed urgency, Luminous quickens her pace, her breath coming in ragged gasps. Each step is a battle, her legs heavy, threatening to give out beneath her. She stumbles, catching herself just before falling, her exhaustion a palpable weight. The energy rapidly depleting, Luminous pushes forward, driven by a primal need to escape the unseen threat. In a continuous shot, Luminous collapses into a snowdrift, her eyes fluttering closed as the world fades into a blurry white. Her tiny form is almost completely swallowed by the soft, cold snow, a stark contrast to the vast, unforgiving forest. Her breathing becomes shallow, each gasp a fragile whisper against the silence of the snowy landscape. The pristine white of the snow engulfs her, threatening to claim her completely as her consciousness slips away. A colossal shadow falls over Luminous, jarring her from her daze in the snowy forest. Her eyes snap open, wide with shock, as she perceives a furry, mountainous form above her. It is Gale, an enormous dog, his features unreadable, his sheer size overwhelming. The massive, furry face of Gale looms directly over Luminous, an imposing presence. In the cold, snowy forest, Luminous is frozen with terror, her breath misting in the frigid air. Her tiny heart hammers against her ribs, a frantic drumbeat against the silence of the snow. A whisper, barely audible, escapes her trembling lips. "Don't eat me." Each syllable is a struggle, her her voice a fragile squeak lost in the vast, unforgiving wilderness. In the silent, snowy forest, Gale, a formidable presence, slowly lowers his head, his gaze softening. His large, dark eyes, once fierce, now hold a profound tenderness, dispelling the chill of the snow. The imposing figure is transformed by this unexpected softness, a stark contrast to the harsh winter landscape. He offers a solemn vow, his voice a gentle rumble. I won't hurt you. A moment of fragile peace hangs in the air, a silent promise amidst the falling snow. In the desolate snowy forest, Gale gently scoops Luminous into his mouth, holding her with extreme care. His powerful jaws cradle her, a testament to his delicate touch amidst the harsh winter landscape. He begins to move, his form a silent shadow against the white, carrying his precious burden. Away from the biting wind, he heads towards the deeper, more sheltered embrace of the ancient forest. The camera ascends, pulling back to reveal the vast, silent expanse of the snowy forest. Towering trees, heavy with snow, stretch towards the frigid sky, creating a monumental, unforgiving landscape. Gale, with Luminous safely held within his mouth, becomes a tiny, determined speck against the immense white wilderness. His figure, though small, moves with unwavering purpose across the pristine, unbroken snow. The overwhelming silence of the forest is broken only by the crunch of snow beneath his determined paws. In Gale's cozy den, Luminous finds solace, nestled against Gale's warm fur as snow falls softly outside. The small fire crackles, casting a warm, dancing glow on the den's walls, painting patterns of light and shadow. Luminous is perfectly still, her body at peace, her breathing now a gentle, even rhythm. The soft glow of the fire reflects in her eyes, a beacon of calm in the quiet, snow-covered night. Gale's warm fur provides a comforting embrace, a silent promise of safety and deep tranquility. The air is filled with the soothing sound of the crackling fire, a lullaby for the peaceful den. Gale gazes at Luminous, his eyes filled with a tender, protective light as he watches over her. With a gentle nudge of his nose, Gale expresses a silent reassurance, a bond forming between them. He extends a piece of dried meat, a humble offering, a bridge of trust in the quiet den. Luminous hesitates, her senses wary as she sniffs the offering, uncertainty clouding her delicate features. With a tentative motion, she takes a small bite, the act of fragile step towards acceptance. A delicate shift in the atmosphere as a quiet understanding begins to bloom between them in the den. In the soft glow of the den, Luminous, a tiny kitten, begins to stir from a tight, protective curl. A delicate flicker of warmth and undeniable safety washes over the small creature, easing its miniature form. From Luminous's tiny chest, a soft, rumbling purr begins to emanate, barely audible yet deeply comforting. The gentle vibration of the purr fills the quiet den, creating a palpable sense of peace and contentment. Gale's tail gives a subtle, almost imperceptible wag, a silent acknowledgement of the kitten's newfound ease. The tender scene unfolds, a testament to the quiet, profound bond between the two, radiating warmth and security. The next morning, Luminous, with newfound confidence, follows Gale along a winding forest path. The snow remains deep, a pristine blanket across the landscape, crunching underfoot. The sun, a beacon of hope, peeks through the parting clouds, illuminating their journey. Shimmering light dances on the crystalline snow, transforming the forest into a dazzling wonderland. Gale leads the way, their path etched through the untouched beauty of the winter woods. In the dappled sunlight of a forest path, Luminous walks, lost in thought. Suddenly, an acorn drops from above, narrowly missing Luminous with a soft thud. A mischievous squirrel, Coco, chitters playfully from a high branch, his bushy tail twitching with energy. Coco's bright eyes sparkle with impish delight as he watches the acorn's descent. Luminous glances up, a hint of surprise and amusement crossing their face at Coco's playful antics. On a winding forest path, Sol, a clever crow, lands gracefully on Gale's back, a sharp caw announcing his presence. Sol's intelligent eyes, ever vigilant, sweep across the dense surroundings, assessing every shadow and rustle. With a curious tilt of his head, Sol then fixes his gaze upon Luminous, a silent inquiry in his dark, knowing eyes. The crow's watchful presence adds an air of watchful mystery to the quiet forest, a harbinger of untold secrets. Luminous, initially frozen in fear, watches Coco and Sol with wide, startled eyes as they play. The rigid tension in Luminous's shoulders slowly melts away, a subtle shift in her posture. A faint, tentative smile begins to form on Luminous's lips as she observes their joyful antic. The deep-seated fear in Luminous's eyes gradually recedes, replaced by a flicker of curiosity. Her gaze softens, a glimmer of wonder replacing the previous apprehension as she watches them. Luminous lets out a soft, almost imperceptible sigh, a sign of her growing ease in their presence. The group emerges from the deep woods, stepping into a snow-covered clearing bathed in the pale light of day. Pristine snow stretches before them, marred only by clear fox tracks leading towards a dense thicket of bushes. High above, Sol, a dark silhouette against the winter sky, watches from a branch, a silent sentinel. Suddenly, Sol's sharp caw pierces the quiet, a harsh warning echoing through the crisp air. The group freezes, eyes scanning the thicket, the caw, a chilling prophecy of unseen danger. A forest clearing, bathed in dappled light, suddenly stills as an unseen presence emerges from the dense thicket. A sleek red fox glides, its movements unnervingly fluid and silent. Its eyes, like amber jewels, glint with a primal hunger, fixed on a distant, vulnerable target. The fox's predatory gaze locks onto Luminous, a small, unsuspecting kitten, its fate hanging in the balance. Each muscle in the fox's body tenses a clear and present danger to the tiny creature. The air crackles with tension as the fox begins its silent, deadly stalk, a hunter's instinct taking over. In a forest clearing, the fox's lips curl into a sinister sneer, its eyes glinting with pure malice. The fox's gaze locks onto Luminous, a clear challenge in its predatory stare. Its menacing eyes then shift to Gale, daring a confrontation. The fox's voice drips with contempt. "Do you think you're a hero, protecting one tiny kitten?" The air crackles with tension as the fox's words hang heavy, a direct taunt to their courage and resolve. Gale lets out a low, menacing growl, a guttural warning echoing through the forest clearing. He positions himself protectively in front of Luminous, a fierce guardian against unseen threats. His fur bristles, every strand a defiant declaration of his readiness to defend his newfound companion. With a snarl, Gale's voice cuts through the tension. "Back off! In a forest clearing, the cunning fox lunges with predatory intent towards Luminous, a blur of motion and malice. From above, Coco executes a swift, daring maneuver, dropping a massive branch to disrupt the fox's attack. The branch crashes, momentarily disorienting the fox and creating a vital opening in the chaotic skirmish. Seizing the chance, Sol swoops down with furious speed, pecking fiercely at the fox's head. In a forest clearing, the fox, momentarily disoriented, recoils from the combined force of Coco and Sol. A frustrated snarl twists the fox's features as it stumbles backward, its predatory gaze momentarily broken. The immediate danger recedes as the fox, defeated for now, begins its retreat into the deep shadows of the trees. Coco and Sol stand firm, their quick thinking and teamwork a palpable force against the retreating menace. A tense silence falls over the clearing, the air still humming with the aftershocks of their averted peril. In a forest clearing, Luminous stands, her body faintly glowing, a testament to her recent harrowing ordeal. A subtle tremor runs through her, a lingering echo of danger. Yet she is undeniably safe among her new companions. Her eyes, wide with a complex blend of gratitude and awe, sweep over each face, absorbing their presence. A profound realization dawns upon her, a powerful understanding of the immense strength found in their unity. It is a feeling she hasn't known for too long, a deep, comforting sense of belonging that resonates within her soul. This newfound connection stirs memories of her mother, a warmth spreading through her as she embraces their collective power. In the safety of Gale's den, Luminous recounts her terrifying encounter, her voice trembling with lingering fear. Gale, Sol, and Coco listen, their faces etched with concern, offering silent support. Their eyes lock, a silent promise of protection and unwavering loyalty passing between them. A shared breath, a comforting touch, as the group's bond solidifies in the face of adversity. The den, once just a refuge, now pulses with the undeniable strength of their united spirits. Sunlight dances on the partially frozen stream as the friends approach, its surface a mosaic of ice and flowing water. Luminous, a small creature, hesitates at the edge, her wide eyes reflecting a primal fear as the ice groans beneath the water. Gale, larger and confident, steps forward, his gaze fixed on the treacherous ice. He carefully tests the ice with a paw, pressing down with his weight, a silent promise of safety in his deliberate action. The ice holds, a fragile bridge tested by a protector, ensuring passage for the timid Luminous. On a frozen stream, Sol caws softly, guiding Luminous to the safest, sturdiest patches of ice. Coco, ever the adventurer, leaps across a narrow section of the stream with effortless grace. Her eyes sparkle with playful mischief as she turns, chittering encouragement to Luminous. Luminous hesitates, then takes a tentative step, the ice creaking softly underfoot. Sol watches with a knowing gaze, a silent guardian in the shimmering, icy landscape. On a frozen stream, Luminous takes a deep, steadying breath, her warm vapor condensing in the frosty air. Her eyes, wide with a mixture of fear and determination, focus on the slick ice ahead. She takes her first tentative steps, every muscle tensed, onto the treacherous surface. Her foot slips, sending a jolt of alarm through her, a gasp escaping her lips as she struggles. With a quick, desperate movement, Luminous regains her balance, a flicker of relief crossing her face. As she takes another successful step, a fragile confidence begins to build, A faint smile gracing her lips, the forest canopy looms overhead, a dense, ancient ceiling blocking out the sun's warm embrace. Distorted shadows stretch like grasping fingers across the moss-covered ground, twisting and writhing in the gloom. A tangible sense of unease descends, an invisible weight pressing down as they venture deeper into the woods. Each step into the dense, silent forest amplifies the unsettling quiet, a palpable dread in the air. The deep forest, a canvas of shadows, envelops everything in an eerie, oppressive gloom. Strange, dark shapes flicker at the very edge of vision, elusive and unsettling. These are the first subtle whispers of the shadow, an unseen presence beginning to manifest. A chilling aura drains the light and warmth, leaving only a pervasive, cold dread in its wake. Deep within the forest, an inexplicable dread sends luminous shivers through my body. Not from cold, the air thickens with an unseen presence, each rustle of leaves amplifying the growing mystery. I instinctively press closer to Gale, seeking the warmth of his presence against the encroaching unknown. His steady breath is a fragile anchor in the swirling current of my fear, a silent promise of protection. Soul, the crow, soars through the deep forest canopy, his cause growing sharper, a harbinger of unseen peril. His keen eyes dart anxiously, searching the shadows for the encroaching darkness that he senses. Below, Coco's playful demeanor abruptly vanishes, replaced by a look of grave seriousness. The forest air crackles with an unspoken tension as both sense the looming threat. We enter a dark grove where the trees are gnarled and lifeless, their branches like skeletal fingers reaching towards the perpetually overcast sky. The ground is strangely barren. No snow touches the earth, defying the surrounding winter landscape. An unnatural stillness hangs heavy in the air, a silence that presses in on us, chilling us to the bone. An intense cold bites at our skin, a stark and unsettling contrast to the familiar forest beyond. The oppressive gloom of the grove is absolute. No light penetrates the thick canopy, casting everything in perpetual twilight. The eerie absence of light and sound creates an unsettling atmosphere, a place where time seems to stand still. In the ominous dark grove, the shadow begins to coalesce, a sinister mass of swirling black mist taking on a more defined form. Its movements are deliberate and malevolent, radiating an unnerving presence through the ancient trees. The shadow extends tendrils of darkness, actively siphoning the very life force from the surrounding forest. A visible trail of desolation marks its path, leaving behind withered branches and barren earth in its wake. The once vibrant grove now bears the haunting scars of the shadow's destructive passage, a testament to its formidable power. In the ominous dark grove, a low, rumbling growl escapes Gale, a primal warning echoing through the shadows. His massive form stands resolute, a living shield protecting Luminous from an unseen, lurking menace. Every muscle in Gale's body tenses, coiled and ready to spring into action against the encroaching threat. Despite the palpable fear etched on his face, his eyes burn with an unwavering, fierce loyalty. He is a bulwark against the darkness, a protector whose devotion shines brighter than any fear. Gale faces the unknown, his courage a defiant roar in the face of imminent danger. In the desolate dark grove, Luminous, a beacon of soft light, surveys the blight-stricken forest. Gnarled trees, once teeming with life, now stand brittle and bare, their skeletal forms reaching towards a muted sky. Luminous observes Gale, a silent sentinel, his unwavering protectiveness a shield against the encroaching devastation. A profound surge of courage washes over Luminous, her inner glow intensifying with newfound resolve. She understands her vital role. She too must contribute to their survival, a silent vow in the heart of the grove. In a dark grove, fear and frustration etch the faces of friends as they argue in hushed, urgent tones, the air crackling with tension. Soul, ever the strategist, gestures towards the deeper shadows, urging, "We need to fall back, regroup, come up with a plan." Coco's eyes dart nervously, suggesting a desperate diversion. "What if we distract it? Give us time to escape?" Gale, jaw set and defiant, stands firm, creating a palpable divide. "No, we face it, here, now." The small group is fractured, their conflicting resolves hanging heavy in the ominous, shadowed grove. In the dark grove, the air crackles with an unseen tension, a prelude to a storm. Luminous trembles, her small frame caught between fear and a burgeoning, fierce resolve. Suddenly, a cry escapes her, a fragile sound imbued with undeniable strength and determination. Her voice rings out, piercing the gloom. "I won't just run away, I can protect too." In the ominous dark grove, Luminous, tiny yet resolute, steps forward with unexpected bravery. She places her small body before Gale, mirroring his protective stance, a silent challenge to the brewing storm. Her act of courage instantly silences the arguments, a testament to her newfound resolve. A profound moment of growth washes over her, her spirit shining brightly amidst the gloom. In the ominous dark grove, the shadow recoils, its form flickering with unexpected agitation. A ripple of surprise, almost imperceptible, crosses its dark, shifting essence. It senses a new, potent energy emanating from Luminous, unlike anything it has encountered. This unfamiliar power is pure, an ethereal light that challenges its very nature. The shadow falters, a moment of hesitation as it grapples with this uncorruptible force. It cannot immediately taint or consume Luminous's radiant defiance. A stark realization. In the dark grove, Gale, Sol, and Coco turn their gaze toward Luminous, their expressions shifting from awe. A deep, unspoken respect settles upon their faces, a testament to Luminous's unwavering courage. Her bravery ignites a spark within them, forging their individual resolves into a unified front. They are no longer mere companions, but a true team, bound by a shared purpose. Ready to face the encroaching shadow, their united spirits glow with fierce determination. In the eerie glow of the dark grove, the team huddles, their faces etched with determination as Sol gestures skyward. Coco's shadow dances on the mossy ground as she demonstrates swift, silent movements, a whisper of stealth. Gale flexes, a quiet display of raw power, his muscles rippling with contained energy. Luminous stands taller, a beacon of newfound resolve, their eyes burning with readiness. Under the cloak of night, the forest path swallows the friends, its oppressive darkness a suffocating embrace. The air thickens with an eerie silence, each step echoing the growing dread. A chilling weight descends upon them, a palpable presence that steals their breath. Fear contorts their faces, their eyes darting into the impenetrable shadows. The shadow is closing in, its unseen tendrils coiling around their very souls. The inky blackness of night swallows the entrance to a small hidden cave, a void of unknown dangers. Inside the cave, Luminous's eyes dart, piercing the gloom, her senses alive